Thokozani. Good day, everyone. Please welcome back. This is Koko Mahaba again. Today, I want us to talk about few things. I have 3 items only. 3 things which you need to do before moving into a house. This is a house that you are buying, or this is a house that you are renting. It can be a house, it can be a flat. Okay, a house or a flat that you are renting. But before we start, if you are new, thank you for tuning in, and please remember to subscribe and like our page as well. Okay, guys, the reason why I want to talk to you about these 3 things is because sometimes, okay, I've read many stories. I've read many stories where I see people taking their last money, all their savings, and sometimes you find that the money is not even enough, and therefore they have to also go and loan some money so that they will buy a house or a flat. Sometimes they buy it in cash, or sometimes maybe they buy it on credit. Maybe it's a bond. Yes. Then you find that this person, because maybe let's say they took a loan, or maybe it's a bond, now they start paying the bond, and you find that now after paying the bond, maybe they don't have enough left. The rest must pay other accounts. They must also like buy groceries. They must pay the kids school fees, things like that. So you find that these people, they're not able to save after that. Okay, so in a situation where you find that these people, they bought cash, remember they took all their savings. It means that they don't have anything left in the bank, and sometimes you find that that saving is not enough, so therefore they have to also like go and loan some money so that they can put on the savings that they have, and then they want to buy this thing cash, this house cash, or this flat cash. They don't want to owe anyone any money, but you still find that okay, they used all the savings. Maybe sometimes the house that they're buying is not okay, it is nice, it's beautiful, but it doesn't look good anymore. It's not in a good condition. They have to go and fix some things, maybe plumbing, some other things, maybe do some paintings, things like that, in case they're buying something which is old, okay, which has not been renovated, meaning that what they did was they bought the house cash or the flat cash, and now they want to renovate inside. Okay, and you find that now it's going to take lots of their money, because they'll be working on renovating the house. And I've seen many stories where you find that these people, they did buy the house with all the money. They don't have anything left anymore, and maybe they have other things too, to pay, other debts to pay. So when they get paid at the end of the month, they don't have much left, because they have to buy food, pay for the children's school fees, and etc. Okay, so now you find that these people, now they start having problems in the house or the flat that they bought. They start experiencing paranormal activities. Paranormal activities is when you find that the house is haunted. Maybe there are some spirits. It can be spirits of people who used to live on this earth. Now they've passed on, they've died, and they're not into the light. Okay, it means that this spirit is a roaming spirit. It is not yet resting. It's still roaming, because maybe it doesn't know that it has passed on, or maybe it's still attached to the earth, or it's still attached to that house. So this usually happens to houses where you find that, let's say, let me give you an example with myself. Let's say it's me. Okay, I have a house. Maybe I started building my house from scratch. And I really, really love this place. And then one day I die, and you find that when I die, I don't die I'm not in a good space when I die. And you find that my spirit is still attached to this house. It means that my spirit has not moved into the light, and I always come back, or my spirit has not even left the house. So if my spirit has not left the house, it means that the people who will come and buy that house and stay in that house, because I know that this is my house, I don't want them there. I want them out of my house. So they make me angry. So that's what spirits does. If a spirit is attached to the house, when new occupants comes into the house, that spirit, because it knows that this house still belongs to it, so it will always be angry, and then it will start attacking these people. start doing things, moving things around just to scare these people because it want them out of the house. So this is what will normally happen. So most of the stories that I've heard or I've read, you find that these people, they bought this house, they don't have any money left with them, they've used all their savings, they don't have anything left, and now you find that there is a spirit in the house, and the spirit doesn't want them there. So if the spirit doesn't want you in that house, obviously you will never live in that house. You're going to experience serious problems because it is going to affect your life, it is going to affect your relationship, it is going to affect your health as well. So these are the three things which is going to affect in your life. So at the end, you find that you have to move out of that place, and you don't have money to go and rent. You don't have somewhere to go, because now you are not alone. You came with your family. Maybe it's a couple and kids. You came with your family. So who's going to give you a place? Let's say you're a family of 4. Who's going to give you a place to stay for a while? If you are 4 already, you are many already. So these are some of the things which I just want to talk to you about, guys. So what I wanted to do before you go and buy a house, okay, and before I start on my 3 items that I have right here with me, sometimes it's not even a spirit of a human. Sometimes it's a spirit of a demon. Yes, I've seen so many stories where they are, they have problems with demons in the house, and a house which is occupied by demons, it's hard. It's very much hard to chase those demons away. Yes, with a spirit, just a simple spirit which doesn't know that it has passed on, it's easy to call, a medium, a psychic, a priest. It's easier to call these people to come and chase it away. What they do is they have a process which they're going to do, where they light some candles, and then they have some things with them, and then they are going to talk to that spirit in a nice way, kindly, and they tell the spirit that it has passed on. So now it's time for it to to look into the light and follow the light. So it means, in other words, it means that they are helping the spirit so that the spirit can go and rest, in peace. This is what they normally do. But some spirits are too negative. When they try to chase them out of the house, they refuse. And usually, if you find that there are demons in a house, it's hard to chase them out. Okay, so this is one of the things where you find that now you are in big problems now, or you are forced to stay in that house because you don't have money to go anywhere, even if you know that your life and your kids' life are in danger, but you don't have a choice. Okay, so there are some things which I want you to do first. Three items which I want you to do before you move into a new place. The first one, let's say you want to buy that house. You've seen it, yes, you like it, okay, and yeah, the first thing that I want you to do, you can try to do some investigations, or try to get some information about that property which you want to buy or rent. Okay, really renting is not a problem, because if like you are renting and then you have a problem, and then you start having some problems, maybe you are experiencing some paranormal activities, obviously you can move out. But this will depend, because some of the rentings in areas, some places where they rent, they'll be like, if you rent, you're gonna stay here for the whole year, then you'll only be allowed to move after 12 months. So you see, and then after 2 months you start having problems, and you see, then you can't get your money back. Then it's a problem, especially if you're going to pay in advance. So you can do those investigations. What you can do, maybe you can ask the neighbors around if they know the history of that house, the people who used to live in that house. What made them leave the house? Was it part of paranormal activity? The reason why they left, or maybe they just decided to leave. And then you also ask if maybe there was anything bad which happened in that house. Maybe find that someone died in that house, or someone was killed or murdered in that house. These are some of the things that you need to find out. Because usually if you find that someone has been murdered in the house, and if after the death of this person, you find that the spirit of the person was not moved from the house, was not taken from the house, then this is going to be a problem. You're going to experience paranormal activities. So these are some of the things which you can find out about. Or you can go to your local library. There are some places, some countries where they have local libraries where they keep records of the, the properties, especially those properties which has been built in the 17th century, 18th century, or early 19th century. Usually they will keep, the records about those places. So in most cases they will know. Yes, and but if you are staying in countries where like they don't keep such records, you can also check through the municipality if maybe there'll be some information about the house or anything about it. Okay, number two, before moving in, make sure that you get a spiritual person to come and cleanse the place first. When I talk about a spiritual person, it can be a sangoma, it can be a prophet, it can be a psychic, or even a medium. Or you can also call a priest so that they can come and bless the house. But before you call the priest, make sure that you're going to cleanse it yourself first. And then, or you get someone, a spiritual person, to come and cleanse the house first. Then thereafter is then that you can call a priest to come and bless the house. Okay, here you're going to need two types of cleansing in case you call a spiritual person. The first cleansing will be the cleansing to get rid of any negative energies, any entities or spirits if there are any. So here you're going to need a medium or a psychic or paranormal investigators, those type of people, because they will come and check if there are any paranormal activities in that house. And then if there are any, they know how to get rid of those things. They will help you with that. And if they find that this spirit, it is too negative for them to to chase out, that's where they will call psychics or even mediums to come and help chasing, or they can also call a priest. The priest will come and try to chase that entity. If the priest comes and try to chase away the entity, and the entity becomes violent to such an extent that the priest runs away or something, then you need to know that you cannot stay in that house. You need to move out of that house. Okay, and then the second cleansing is cleansing where you can get rid of any witchcraft. Maybe there was any witchcraft performed in that house. Maybe it can be things like witchcraft, any curses or any hexes which was sent in that house. Yes, sometimes I find that whatever happened in that house is not something from outside. It's not something which was sent from, it was not something which was sent from outside or sent by people from outside. Sometimes it's the people who were staying there. Maybe they practiced something in that house. Maybe they were like practicing witchcraft or some kind of a cult. So as long as you stay in that type of house, those things, whatever was done in that house, it is going, you need to know that it's still attached to the house. So it is going to give you lots of problems. So it's going to affect you negatively. What you can do, you still call upon the people that I told you to call, and then they come and try to do the cleansing. And there are some people where you'll also understand that in this one, according to the information that I had, no, I can't stay here. I can't buy this house. Let me try and get something else somewhere. That's the only way to protect your family. Okay. Okay, and then item number 3, when buying a house or renting a house or a flat, what do you need to do? Okay, and then I have item number 3. Item number 3, if you don't have money to do the above 2, like where you need to, okay, not the above 2. Okay, not now item number 1, only item number 2. If you don't have money to buy, I mean to call a spiritual person to come and do the cleansing, because those people, they don't work for free. They don't work for free. Obviously, you're going to pay for them. Okay. If you don't have money for now to call someone, a spiritual person, to come and do cleansing, what you can do, you are going to use coarse salt for now. Use coarse salt or sea salt. Any type of coarse salt or sea salt. I prefer sea salt for this one. So you're going to use the sea salt to cleanse the house and the yard. This is what you're going to do. And as you use coarse salt to cleanse this house, make sure that you do it at night. Don't do it during the day. You're going to do this one at night, because entities, spirits, demons, and anything witchcraft can only be expelled during the night. During the day, you'll try to do your cleansing, but those things, whatever is inside, it won't get out. It won't get out. So remember, when you do the cleansing, you make sure that everything negative which is inside the house, it must go out. So if it's during the day, those things, they won't come out. But during the night, that's where they're going to come out, and then they will go away. And as you do this type of cleansing, you make sure that the doors and the windows are open, so that those things, when you do your cleansing, those things will be able to go out of the house. Don't close your doors and the windows. Those things, they won't be able to go out. You need to open the door, and then you see it will go away. So usually when you call paranormal investigators or psychics or mediums, usually they will put their cameras inside. So, and then they chase away everything which is inside the house. After that, they're going to watch the video about the camera. They're going to check everything about the camera, in that camera, everything which was recorded. And that's when you will see it on that video. You'll see when that entity or that spirit, when it leaves the house. You will see how the spirit looks. So these are the three things which I only wanted to share with you guys. And thank you so much for listening. And remember to subscribe, like my page as well. Let's meet again next time. Goes.